Excellent, and welcome to Truth in Telecoms. Now, as you can see behind me, I've got the TADAC Open banner behind me. So a big thank you to Strollid, to SignalWire, and to the Cloud Communications Alliance. That will be next weekend.
Cloud Communications Alliance is fading out there. You don't see it too well.
It's their logo. They need to have it sort of, so it stands out.
Yeah.
But not
so I'm not sure if Joe deleted it. Joe invited me last night on one of the posts to the show or whatever it is, event, and then it's gone. Like, you made me respond, and I got uninvited, which is okay. I don't want to go. It's not my thing. Exactly. At the end of the day,
well, the golf courses are getting warmer. Well, the golf courses are getting warm in Florida now. But anyway, back to it's St. Paddy's Day. So I think, Johnny, you have a little story.
I got my green on. My green on.
Yeah.
And look, if you grew up in New York, Queens, Long Island, it's first generation Italian Americans, Irish Americans.
Yeah.
For some reason, they all marry each other, right? You've got the toughest guys I know that are Italian and Irish, and the most beautiful women on the world, smart and tough at the end of the day. It's just an amazing breed that is, I think, unique to New York, right? You know, growing up, St. Paddy's Day, Columbus Day, which we don't call that anymore. We call that, murdering day or whatever it is, whatever. But so, I mean, growing up here, and Rick Joyce, Frederick Joyce, greatest Irishman on the planet. I mean,
absolutely.
Lucky Charms himself, Captain America, right? So, nobody's ever really lived until they went to an Italian American, Irish American wedding. And they were the most incredible events ever. I mean, I must have been to at least 10 of them. And they all started the same, stare downs. Everybody was staring each other down, right? But within a few hours, it was the craziest event. Yeah. By the end of the night, the maitre d' was in a closet. The staff went home. And it was stumbling out at all hours of the night. And they're really just really unique, beautiful, Euro-American, it's a New York.
Very New York.
Unique to New York. It's very unique to here. So happy St. Paddy's Day to all my Irish brothers and Pat Flynn.
Oh, yes,
my favorite,
absolutely.
Podcaster, and Paul Sweeney. It's funny. I've always got this affection for Irish guys, especially being a golfer. And out here in Long Island, we have a lot of the caddies come from Ireland. Just great people. And my favorite, music is from Ireland too. So I got a lot of Irish in me, although I'm Italian. So happy St. Paddy's Day. It's a special, special day.
Absolutely. And I was born only a matter of 50 miles away from Dublin. So the Isle of Man.
Really?
Yeah, it's only 50 miles away across the water.
Yeah. That's that place where it's like a taxi, but we don't want to get into that. That's the European Cayman Islands.
Sort of, yeah, absolutely. 10% flat corporate or personal tax. You can't grumble about it.
But what the MEF?
Yes, absolutely. It's been an incredible week on a number of fronts.
Well, look, at the end of the day, first of all, I got a message from Virginie Debris, whom I adore her, respect her. She's been around from the beginning. She started, she ran SAP and fought against Cineverse. And I'm not really sure if she likes me, but I love and adore her and respect her. So I got a message for her. She came at me. I got a lot of people been coming at me defending MEF, right? A lot of friends, a lot of whatever. Even some people that now send me information on LinkedIn thinking they're my friends. I guess they are. I'm not really sure. But it's a lot of pushback. So, look, last week, the Czar came out of nowhere.
There was a recent letter submitted to the FCC telling the commission, hey, probably letting foreign powers have a complete Rolodex of every campaign in our country and ultimately deciding who can and who can't speak might not be something you want in the hands of countries that don't take privacy very seriously. That might be a threat to national security. And what I love is that TCR actually went and hired a firm called Latham Watkins who is generally considered to be the best law firm in the world, but by the way, doesn't know anything about telecom law, to do a response in the record, and that's when you know you're in trouble. When you go to hire Latham Watkins to defend you, you know you're busted, right? You know you're caught. And this letter, which you can read on TCPA World, is absolute garbage. I mean, they basically just say, oh, come on, what's the big deal? Lots of the stuff is foreign owned. And yeah, sure, the new...
Right? People need to watch the clip with the Czar.
Yep.
Czar basically read comments that our Irishman, Rick Joyce, wrote to the FCC. And then he dissected the campaign registry's comments.
Mm-hmm.
He just innocently did it. Why? Because he's the smartest guy at what he does.
Yeah.
And guys, you kicked the wrong hornet's nest with this guy. Okay. Let me explain to you what he does. So he had me on his podcast, which he hasn't put out yet. They couldn't have been nicer. I'm not really sure he enjoyed me too much. He was asking me a lot of questions. You know me, I'm not good with questions. I kind of have my own thing, you know.
Yeah.
What's the national security? National security, I don't know. X the two guys that are head of Homeland Securities in different departments for both Coast Guard and, you know, FCC. X them. I'm not a national security guy. So look, here's a guy, you can't buy him off.
Nope.
Because he's a defense attorney. He defends against the top plaintiff lawyers in America. Plaintiff lawyers, when they go to a party, they compare how many jets they have, not where their house is.
Yeah.
These are the guys that make all the money. They take the gamble, they take the risk, they're the high flyers. So he's on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Right. So these guys are no BS. And I've heard it from, you know, Marcillian and other guys too. Like, look, they win, they're real. And he kicked the hornet's nest with making those comments. And then all of a sudden they kicked Queenie off of an event. Yeah. So last night I saw a post and I'm looking at, and we got to get to the story in the Detroit Press because that's staggering. I got my view on that. Last night we saw a post of Czar and he started naming names.
Yes.
And he's calling people out and whatever. He didn't answer one question I had.
Yeah.
Could have been nicer. Yeah. You know what I mean? Very serious attorney.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then they took Queenie off that board. So I responded on his post. And I saw Glenn Richards. Glenn Richards was the attorney for the TCR. Also the attorney that did the Pulver order.
Yeah.
Everybody loves this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's well known.
Yeah.
You know, big time attorney. Also, I'm trying to find the actual, when Calera sold the company to Tata, they did their own internal CFIUS review and determined, we're okay. It's kind of like, you know, Scout's Honor. I'm gonna get you that before you post it, so you can post it online, so you can actually see what they put in their file.
Oh, I saw the filing, but I was just
it's
like,
an internal review. It's hard. It's hard to find. It's not the CFIUS report that Bill filed. It's a CFIUS review that was done internally by, you know, Team Avi Katz.
Gotcha.
And that group.
And that's possible. Just for my own, you know, understanding.
Yeah, it's like
you
your
can
taxes,
do that,
you know what I mean?
Because
I
look at what iConnective has been through.
iConnective has been through it because of Ericsson is the most. First of all, Ericsson is the most legit. I'll tell you why. Nobody's been through the ringer like them. Exactly. They spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going through CFIUS. They have to have everything stepped through. They had a little issue with some guy and paying somebody somewhere. They paid their dues. But
big
you want to talk about. But you know, they're really integrated, and now we're living in a world that's just different. I mean, we don't want to get TikTok yet. So basically, I said to them last night. I said, "You're getting warmer, Czar," because he didn't want to know nothing from me. He just wanted to ask me a question: what is the campaign registry? What are the national security issues? Yeah. And right away, I start getting into numbers because I'm a numbers guy. Yeah. I know everything here because I'm in the middle of it. Yeah. So my main concern is what they did to my buddy, Bill Peters. Correct. What they did to Ricardo. Yeah. What they did there. That's not going away. Yeah. That's personal. We don't want to get into the fact on how they had fake subpoenas sent to our house, which was really just a message.
Yes.
And the message is, Alan, Johnny, we know where you live. That message was sent by Mark Romeo from Littler, TikTok lawyer, Avi Katz, many-year lawyer. And here's a guy, Avi Katz, who's had 6 SPACs, 5 busted out already.
Yeah.
Bust out, right? Gone. Billions gone. And every conversation I've had with this guy starts with him telling me how many people he's killed. Do you think when he rang the bell at NASDAQ, he said, hey, Greg, Calera going public, UpHealth going public, Big Bear II going public, Zev Lightning going public. You think he said, and I'm sorry I killed all those people, right? Because it was just a bullying tactic, and
Yes.
it's not going to work with me.
Yeah.
Because, it's just New York, just different. Fear is not on the table.
Yeah.
In life. So I think these guys have a problem. I don't know which way. I wouldn't want to mess with this guy. He's trying to be as nice as I can. I'm like, I don't need to fight with this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever direction they go. But it's funny. Queenie posted 2 days ago the ages story in Real Killer Policy.
Yes.
Just posted it, right?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, we get this story.
Yeah, with the Detroit News. Yeah.
Which was good except for well-intended. The campaign registry, not well-intended. It was, and we're going to get to that piece, and Alan's going to put some numbers up for you guys later that we put together.
Yeah.
But I think MEF has a problem. And it's funny, even Joe Marion posted last night on how many women he has part of the Glad Communications Alliance, right?
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
think in a way, there's a silver lining here, and it's staggering that we have to do this in 2014. 2024.
Yeah.
That we have to have this discussion.
Yeah.
But Virginie Debris came after me, saying she thinks it's unfair. She was looking to put forth women on MEF. And a lot of these companies feel attacked and people feel attacked. We're not attacking anybody. Look, I'm here for a couple of reasons. And one of those main reasons is for the end user, for the grandmas.
Yes.
That's why we're doing identity. I don't know which guy's identity is going to be the right one or not the right one, but people are afraid of accountability.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
And my theory, which I believe I can prove, and I have some very smart people with me, is the story was wrong in one main part. It was by design.
Correct.
Campaign registry, as we know, Alan, it was by design.
Yes.
Because in 2019, what were the A2P revenues for the mobile operators?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
2022, we did the math, 20 billion. You know what they paid in dividends in 2022? 22 billion, right?
Strong correlation.
People look at the mobile operators like they're these people. They're just publicly traded companies.
Yes.
And the only thing they care about is their earnings, their growth. Mark Harvey, brilliant podcast, my favorite. I mean, what way he just dropped those took those punches from us and just came back and slapped us around. Pretty amazing. But look, we need that. People are afraid of identity. They're afraid of accountability.
Yes.
And as far as MEF, look, MEF, I said a couple of weeks ago, I apologize because I was tired, but Dario, you've had conversations with me. You know what those conversations are. I understand what happens because, look, sponsorship membership leads to sponsorship. Sponsorship leads to advocacy. I don't want to tell you other comments I'm getting from some people. A few weeks ago, I basically said, look, it's like a catering hall. I mean, it's a place where people go to do business, cloud communications. But you guys want to create rules of conduct? Well, who's creating those rules of conduct? Let's look at the membership.
Yeah.
To stay in your lane.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you want to be the CTIA, which we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're the reason. So the one thing I like, and everybody's mad at me because I keep jumping around, but I don't care. Right? Because you can cut. David Diggs. I want somebody to ask David Diggs to recite what he's done a million times, what he told everybody at antitrust.
Exactly.
So here's the bottom line from my perspective, Alan, and then I want you to go on it. Who framed Bill Peters?
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yep.
And he's going to be talking as soon as his arbitration hearing is over, because there's a lawsuit, because he's a whistleblower, right?
Yes.
Who framed him?
Yep.
Did it come from the top? I think so. I don't think Soren's smart enough. That's how they framed themselves. That's how bad it was.
It was, yeah.
You know what I mean? With the laptop break-in.
And that's in the complaint.
Then they want him to sign documents that he won't talk to the government. Meanwhile, then they offered him a job back. Then Bill comes back in. Everybody understand. Bill Peters came back in talking to Avi Katz, really powerful guy, really smart guy,
Exactly.
charming guy. I still even like him. He's much, kind of like lefty type threatened me 100 times, which I really don't care. I don't take it serious. He's got too much money to be threatening people.
Yeah.
Usually people with that kind of money, he don't care. He's got lawyers. He doesn't care.
Exactly.
But the frame job on Bill. So yeah, I mean the Czar kicked a really bad hornet's nest, right? And look, I'm hearing it from everybody. People are not happy. Look, net number and agents right now, and I hear from good sources, are working together to displace the TCR. First of all, the TCR admitted to the FCC, we don't do anything. Well, then what has everybody been doing for the last 4 years? Good intentions of what? The only intentions, and called out the CEO of Twilio, was to take their market cap from 80 billion to this, and take all the money out of their pocket. We talk about it over and over again. The 850 million for Zipwhip.
Yeah.
750 million for Cineverse. And then what stopped their growth and just cost them a few $1 billion. But what got Jeff Lawson fired was Cineverse, which we'll get to that later. I told him he should have bought Tintech, but he didn't listen. So any of you out there, Tintech, buy it. Great company. Hopefully
that's going to be another short. Johnny sells Tintech again.
I'm not selling it because it's not selling Tintech. It's just somebody who can do a deal with Thorson and he'll throw everybody else out because it's his company. So, but we're going to get to him anyhow. But look, guys, people in the industry, enough's enough. You got to clean your own house up. The mobile operators, I think your time is coming, and they're not going anywhere.
No,
it's not. It's just a matter of look, clean it up, fix it. 78 billion robotax and robocalls, and I love the ones where I get. Well, we only have 4 billion robocalls this month. Are you effing kidding me? Really? Oh, but it's more targeted. People are getting more hurt.
Yes.
Oh, they can't do this. It's TDM networks. They can't rebuild them. Oh, because we built it with copper and everybody else didn't, Alan. I mean, come on, man. But you can make 20 billion on A2P messaging now.
Yeah.
But the way you guys did it without the CTIA, without CTIA and iConnective like they did on the short code.
Exactly.
That was above board, legit.
Yes.
Right. And I don't hear anything about them other than other people that want that deal.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Everything
true.
you hear about them is, are doing this wrong? Why? Well, I don't know, but we want that deal.
Yeah.
Right. So this is not against people trying to make money. This is a lot of good companies, and all of them. But I don't know where Czar's going. But you kicked the wrong guy at the end of the day. I hope he puts out my podcast. I'm not sure if he will, if it fits his narrative, but this article is big. It's going to continue to go.
Yeah.
Bill's going to be out of arbitration soon. Truth always comes out. Freedom always rises to the top. And, look, we had a lot of fun. I hope this podcast doesn't get censored. So I want everybody to understand out there. Our podcast doesn't get distributed to our 18,000 subscribers, which we side with 300. They flag him. Alan still thinks he's friends with the guy at YouTube. They're playing him. They're hurting him. But like Mark's podcast, Secura, that's moving. There's a few hundred already on there. Guys I know saying, hey, I got an alert. Did you get an alert? Because there's so much content out there, right? Yep. So you got an alert, and that's starting to move. I mean, Amid's had over 1,100 views, which is a complicated one to watch. If you're not, it's for the extra smart guy. You got to be pretty sharp to watch Amid's podcast. And you got to be in messaging. And we had a couple of comments, but nobody's really beating that up either.
No,
because we get side comments. But look, I got no problem with MEF other than what really happened between me and them and what I know they did. And I kind of and then it got kicked. It got kicked with me when they came to my house. They found me, and I got a stranger talking to my 5-year-old daughter. All bets are off, guys. Everything's off. Anybody who's going to not be part of the solution to be part of the problem. If you're not going to poke, you're not going to poke. Exactly. Then they named Kerry Lake on there, which that wasn't even in it.
That was in the news article.
But that was the employee, the VP for Cinch.
Yes.
That we just talked about. and they know about it. I don't know what they're doing with it. It's not them. It's not Cinch. It's just
No.
rogue people because
Yep.
everything's it's just an open door. So if somebody works for a company, they have access. So think about that. So if somebody working that's why, iConnective, you go there, there's all kinds of rules or regulations about CFIUS on the campaign registry. And the Czar picked it up. And he was asking me some questions that, as far as our team, yourself, should have been answering on privacy, on different technical things, because you know me, I'll never speak about something I'm not right on. But the markets,
exactly,
the
numbers,
what things are worth, the value, the numbers, called it cold.
Yep.
Don't get me started on the bandwidth numbers right now, although they just came out with the texties, which I love. So I think MEF should do the testies, right? Because you got to have at least one testy to get an award. But MEF guys, and he's going after people. Like he's going out. I saw one of the names on there. I mean, he's going out to Alex Bobachek, who's the architect at AT&T. Alex, we want to know, when you designed this thing, how smart were you designing it not to work? Because it all started with AT&T. So I hope the Czar gets to him and say, how did you design this? Because they basically says it does nothing. Because AT&T started it and the other two gone. Now, that the report that GTC Global did on behalf of the Campaign Registry, that's never come out.
No.
Wait till that comes out. They named Proofpoint.
Yeah.
AT&T pointed at Proofpoint to solve this.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? Because at the end of the day, we got to solve the problem.
Yes.
Personally, we believe it's identity and accountability.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
So, and that's why we keep putting through these. And look, even Noah's friends with the guys campaign. There's plenty of guys that are friends with everybody. Guy Stefan, everybody seems to love this guy Stefan. Noah likes him. People like him. But I mean, for me, look, I don't blame the employees at the campaign registry who framed Bill.
Exactly.
And what happened, because Bill's whole idea was, it was in the original plan. It was in the original
to include
RFP.
the numbers.
And it was in the original RFP that iConnective won, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, Bill didn't even know it got pulled out.
Yep.
Right? So they knew what they were doing. And at the end of the day, you're going to find 3 accountants.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to find. Because it's always down to the money. Everything is about following the money.
Yeah.
And that's what I told Czar. And like I said, he directs the conversation. It's his world. But they, boy. And I had some fun with it with my videos with the He-Man Woman Haters Club and whatever it may be. And which I love it. And I just laughing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From another time.
Guys, a lot of you guys know, come clean.
Yes.
Because we're just going to keep poking.
Yes, exactly.
Just like we did at Twilio.
Yeah.
I spoke to the chairman of Legion Partners when he first made an offer.
Yeah.
And for some strange reason, he took my call. And I went, why so Cineverse? Cineverse. How is Cineverse even still around? First of all, Cineverse killed Tintech. Tintech would have built a platform to handle everything, right?
Yes.
It just can't stand him, but he would have built a platform. But Cineverse doesn't even have a platform. They use real networks. Cinch has the same platform they've had for 30 years. The carriers are stuck. Because why? Because it's working.
Yeah.
It works for them. Right?
Yes.
It works for the consumers. People are getting messages. Yeah, this is spam. Yeah, SS7 internationally is bad. Yeah. But now it's getting bad. And now real people are getting hurt. And that's why we keep screaming about robo-moms and the Swifties. We're going to come at some point. And, but this morning I got a text. I want everybody to know I got a text this morning from a guy who was asking me interest in Alan. He's looking for great guy, works for a company, he's been there for many years, not getting treated well. Texted me this morning. I got 5 interviews by just asking Alan. So Alan Quayle, people don't know who you are. You're a one-man show. You got all these organizations. Whatever you do in TADHack, I know you were a premier consultant to many companies. We have a lot of consolidation going on, guys. It's called There's No More Money. There has to. We're betting. We want CPAS. Alan, you know how many companies he looked at? That's why he said, "Oh, I got X to vet Tintech Thorson." What do you mean it's not for sale? I got the deck in my hands, right? Because a lot of smart people go to Alan. Vonage should have went to Alan. I mean, Edgar Erickson, they went to Alan. They wouldn't have did a $6.8 billion deal at the end of the day, which the guy at Legion basically told me, because he was involved in it, point blank, And I get it. You're making money. But the next offer was like $1.5 million. So Eric said, boy, you guys dumb. You could have offered $2 billion and walked away with it. So should have hired Alan Quayle. And but I want to get back to Cinch and Virginia Debris.
Yes.
Look at Cinch. Their numbers were a mess. Their stock was in the toilet. They couldn't do math. Had all kinds of issues. They bring in Virginia Debris and Lorinda from
come back
the
to me.
USA.
Yeah.
The $20 billion company with a $1 billion market cap.
Lumen.
Lumen, yeah. Powerful company. And look what happens to them. They turn it around, whatever you want to talk about it. Women. So look, there are women out there. And MEF, like I said, you got a problem. Not with me. But I'm going to start poking at certain people. But, I see Michael Hazard speaking at the MEF event. I love Michael Hazard. Michael Hazard and Doug Gardner are the reason why Twilio even went public. And if Twilio went back to Michael Hazard and Doug Gardner with the stuff that we have, their market cap would be triple because they got really attacked.
Yeah.
All you guys did. But you don't care. Too stupid. You're linear. You're day by day. So I feel bad for a lot of the people that are yelling at me, but, my agenda is point blank. There's a different fight coming on here, and it's going to continue.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop. And as far as national security, I'll leave that to those guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
TikTok, something's going on there. I posted this morning.
Oh, yeah, because of India.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, it doesn't really matter. It's the stuff that's there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're going to do on that part of it, But, what are your comments on that story? What are your comments on how it was written? What struck out at you?
Yeah, I mean, the fundamental issue is it wasn't accidental. It was by design. TCR was designed to monetize A2P SMS, full stop. You look at the charges, you look at the fines, and it is a tax.
Well, we're the only ones that know that.
Well, we're not. We're the only ones that say it out loud. There are a lot of people out there thinking what it is, but and
afraid.
Either afraid or, it could affect their career progression,
Full stop, they're afraid.
Yeah.
What are they going to do to us?
Exactly.
We're not, you can't bid on the next contract? We're going to fire us?
I mean? Yeah.
We're going to blackball.
But
we'll blackball ourselves.
But the truth should
I'm with the people.
The truth should not result in you being blackballed. That's the problem.
But that's
I'd just
how
like
they
to
work.
highlight, you look at everything we published and you look at, let's just pick on the MEF because they, this will be titled What the MEF. How many of their members have pointed to the work that we're doing, commented on the work that we're doing?
I've had phone calls with Dario. He admitted to me after I was told, he told people don't look or don't like anything he's doing.
Yeah.
Why? Because his members that became sponsors, then became advocates, were talking to the maitre d', which happens to be Dario. And a lot of people like him. He's done a great job. I remember on a phone guy one time, he goes, well, if you pay your fees, you can come and talk. I'm like, what are you, nuts? I'm going to pay my fees as what? Yeah. What am I representing? Oh, maybe you can get Tintech to join. Good luck with that one. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
you're
they
going to have
joined,
Dorston in there. Dorston, did they join now?
I thought Tintech had. I might be wrong on that.
No, they don't want it. He would never go. He would never join that thing. And if he did, boy,
that would be
fun. A different world.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't see Bird on that list.
Well, because he had the balls to basically, point out.
But he's never been on it, from my understanding. Got to get him to call me back. He's been busy. He's still flying around. We can't pin him down. Bird, when you coming back? But Bird started the whole thing. He came on, and then all of a sudden, Robert Gershman came out with that saying, patting his chest, rightfully so. We're the largest, most profitable company in CPAS. Okay. Then Cosima, the new CEO of Twilio, who for my money, from what I'm hearing, he tossed Jeff. He took control. He completely slapped around the activist investors. Yep. He's doing $2 billion in buybacks, which I personally think is a mistake. I don't think he's ever coming back. It's going to be very hard for stock price to get out, but it's going to be he's riding that ship. Yep. And we'll see what happens over there with him. And then he comes out and beats his chest. Mark Harvey comes out, makes that statement. We have the largest coverage. So I don't know. I grew up in the Muhammad Ali era as my idol growing up, and he would just come out and say, "Man, I'm the greatest. I like it. Czar, the greatest. Okay, walk the walk. Don't fall, because
Yeah.
if you fall, you're going to get kicked." And more people wanted to see Muhammad Ali fall. I was a kid. I grew up in the Muhammad Ali era, and anybody else that grew up in era knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh,
The
yeah.
greatest icon, any sport, anywhere, anytime.
Oh, yeah.
For me.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, he's just the greatest. There's nothing like him. But look, I don't know. We still got to get going here. We have a lot of things going on. You got your TAD hack. You've got,
Oh, yep. TADSummit in the planning.
Company,
Oh,
Signal
yes.
Wire.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, you got great things going on here. We're going to be doing our own TADSummit event in the summer sometime. Hopefully, some of you guys that are don't be mad at us. And Nazar, I don't know. He's calling out names. I mean, there's a guy from Cisco who's at MEF. Cisco. This is Cisco.
Yeah.
What do they do? You know what I mean?
They bought.
They're bigger than the
CPAS.
They're bigger than the operators. You understand? Cisco are bigger than the operators.
Yes. Yeah.
They're what they should do is just go to Cisco and say, "Hey, can you fix this?" That's it. Really. Fix it. Go get it done. Although we think it's identity, but I was told by a couple people, look, they just don't know. These are low. They never really pointed at messaging, and it's the same three people at messaging that were colluding with each other, talking with each other, getting this all done without oversight.
Yeah,
big problems there. Any of the antitrust lawyers out there, listen up. A lot of bodies here. But so that article was good, and look, agents. I don't know if they do control because they do all the vetting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the stuff that was reported by Bill on the inside, those guys are gone. Who knows what's going on over there?
Exactly.
But why is it tenfold spam?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah.
Because like they said to the FCC, we don't do anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I
remember talking to Cineverse, John Wick, right when it happened. John, sorry, I had to mention your name. Whom I respect, destroyed me, destroyed Tintac. Still respect the guy. Look, it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? And then they got rid of Bill and Ricardo, only two guys that knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So now, whatever, except for Stefan, who everybody loves. Guy's a rock star. But Stefan, who framed Bill? Was it Avi, the TikTok lawyer? Who did it? They're trying to bury him because he wanted this Mark Romeo guy. All Mark Romeo cares about is billing. And employment law, it's a horrible thing. But the TikTok, I want to know when it gets closed down because I believe, my bet, nobody's buying it. It's going to be shut. China's going to shut it down because it's only 10, not even 10% of their 2.2 billion users, right? So as a company, are you going to give it to somebody, sell it to somebody, or say, you know what? If you go do it yourself, if your people want to come look at our other 2 billion users, that's a big problem. It's going to be a big problem with it. I agree with it. I agree. It's just too nuts. I see the kids. I see my daughter, 5, screaming, I want TikTok. Yeah. You're 5.
Yeah. I'm getting it.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So again, I don't want to get into that stuff, but I think they're going to have
170 million people in the US are spending an average of 56 minutes a day looking at crap videos.
You get caught.
Yeah.
You started doing shorts. I look at your short, then I'm going to this one. And before I know it, like a half hour's gone, I'm looking at shorts. I'm like, what am I doing? I got to eat.
Yeah.
Right? It's really...
Yeah. But it's the short. It's like the newness of what's this video about? And then you see, oh, crap. And then you go to the next one. And it's a new thing. And you realize, oh, it's crap. You just...
But what's going to... all the employees that work for ByteDance right now in the U.S., who are they going to sue?
Yeah. Yeah.
When they lose their job.
Exactly.
What are they going to say?
Yeah.
ByteDance is going to say, well, it's not our fault.
Yeah.
Screw you.
Yeah. Talk to American government.
We got to shut it down. Oh, you should have sold it. First of all, who are they going to sue anyhow? At the end of the day. Well, you know what I mean? So it's a mess.
Yeah.
But employment law is a really crazy thing, and we're just starting, and a lot more to come because that's going to snowball. More is going to happen here. Yeah. We're going to have a lot of attention coming on this. And guys out there, you need to be looking at the campaign registry and what's in there.
Because there's an important correlation.
Look at Bill's complaint.
there's an important correlation between what's happening to TikTok, because there's nothing to do with privacy, because you can buy people's data anywhere. China can buy people's data anywhere. It's the ability of that platform with a reach of 170 million Americans to influence. And
100%.
it's that influencing of elections. And we've already shown through Bill Peters' complaint that,
they're going to come to the registry. It's coming. Guys, it's coming. I don't know. I don't want to rat on the Czar, but ironically, I was on his podcast. She posted a thing on Aegis, and all of a sudden there was a story that was kind of right, except for well-intended. So, Alan, we got to beat that drum.
Yeah,
we'll put out the numbers. It's funny how the A2P revenues equal the
dividends.
Dividends.
Right? Yeah, there's no there's no happy accident.
Right to that, and then we don't want to talk about the call filtering fees.
Oh,
you pay one call filtering fee, and then you can have an extra one that does nothing.
Yeah.
Right. But
and then all the
everybody in the industry, and they all hate us because they're all making money in that ecosystem, and I get it. I was watching this thing on. Did you see that the guy in El Salvador, who was basically told El Salvador he cleaned up all the gangs, MS-13, whole country, horrible country. It was the worst place in the world. Put everybody in jail, cleaned it all up.
Yeah.
The gang members said, "We're a big, huge part of your GDP." He said, "Okay, we'll starve," and cleaned the things up.
Yeah.
Ecosystems got to be fixed.
Yes. Exactly.
Point of center. And they run their own network.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you guys doing? Guys been doing it for 30 years. You can't figure out how to stop it. They can stop it.
Yes.
Okay. Like I say all the time, just as a layman, on behalf of people, they're replacing people's hearts with pig hearts. They're doing amazing things. You can't stop spam? Call Elon. Elon, can you stop this?
Yeah, well, he wants to take over telco. He wants to move away from the,
Well, him and the bird are on a race to not have phone numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm onto that one yet. We got to get the bird to come and explain it because he posted that on Twitter. X.
Yeah. Absolutely. That would be good.
But he's definitely changed a new attitude. He's given a new attitude.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key. It's the spamming.
And we need awareness. So we're gonna keep being awareness. Yeah. And I think I'm one step away from getting shut off LinkedIn, then I'm screwed. At all. I got people yelling at me, can you stop with the acronyms? I'm like, oh, please.
With all the emojis, there's too many emojis.
Yeah. I have fun with it. It's fun. But we're just starting. Let's get identity going. Yes. And then, obviously, it's in tech. I hope it's a great deal for him tying into identity with that platform.
Yes.
Otherwise, Gertzman, you tried to buy Tintech already because it's got a better platform than yours. Go back and buy it. Twilio, you're screwed internationally. You should go buy it now. Cosima, if you're listening, pay attention. Keep hiring and firing people over there and paying other people deposits. Go buy Tintech.
Yeah.
Who else could buy Tintech? Who else? Avi Katz. No, not you. I did try to tell it because he had a bunch of guys from Calera working for him.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
But it's not really buying Tintech. It's getting into Scipio partners who wait till I do my piece on them. Scipio, I'm coming. I'm not even mad at Thorsten because he's Thorsten.
Yeah.
He is what he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I tell that story, it's pretty mad because it's hard to be mad at because at least you know what you got in front of you. It's the guys that are knifing you here and here.
Yes.
They're the ones that bother me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That are suppressing.
He's slippery. You got him in front of you.
Cool.
So, anything else?
No, that's good. The title would be What the Mess.
And Czar. Please don't come after us. We have time. We're the man.
You lit that fire, Johnny.
I didn't light any fire. He went. No, Rick Joyce did it. It's all Rick Joyce's fault. Rick, if you're out listening,
there you go.
It's all your fault. Captain America, all your fault. You should put that Captain America story that one kid did on it. Rick told Rick Joyce we started the whole thing. No, they can't own this. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because remember, guys, you guys came to me, management, to raise money to help you do a management buyout.
For the TCPA,
you guys wanted me to raise the money so you can give the money. We forgot about the Mario brothers in Italy, Dario and Giacomo. We forgot about those guys. We forgot about the embargo traffic. We forgot about USF. We forgot about all that. And a lot of these companies are all struggling right now because there's no more money out there. Although I'm happy to see bandwidth market cap got up and they're doing well. But they're counting on $40 million in political messaging coming up. And where's that going? Where's it filtering? How are they doing? Oh, we're registered. With where? Write your name on a piece of paper. Here you go. Now you get to pay a half a penny. Otherwise, it's a penny.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insanity.
Oh,
Got to
yeah,
be
yeah.
cleaned up.
Yeah.
And Bill Peters will be talking as soon as his lawyers run out of excuses to delay things.
Yeah, yeah, with the arbitration. That's just silly. But anyway, it's
Okay.
going to be an eventful year, to say the least.
Look, this video is going to be banned. Put it on X. Not banned. They won't let it go to our subscribers, which
Yeah.
is sad. But that's okay. The guys that need to listen are listening.
Exactly. Anyway, have a great
And
weekend.
it's not who cares. It's our own form of therapy.
That's it.
Think why you do this? It's therapy. It's my own
Exactly.
therapy. Because me and Bill are writing a book for all
Absolutely.
you out there. Boy, is it going to be a good book for like 50 readers that care.
I think you'll find the readership will be a lot broader than that. And
Yeah,
what
it's complicated. It's a complicated mess. But no, it's really amazing what guy's been through.
Yeah.
By being what? By being honest.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, one
That's it.
time Bill caught something in Avi, and Avi's like, "You need more mentorship." Because Avi, me and Yoda, because Bill caught something, and they're going back and forth. So I want people to understand something. Calera wouldn't have been sold if it wasn't for Bill Peters reporting to Avi, who then hired the wolf himself from DL Piper, who used to be at Viam. Dario Betti was there, and so was the CEO of Cineverse, Viam, when the Russian guys.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, we're an international industry. Nobody knows anything different, but the world is changing.
Yes.
It's really changing, and we're caught in it, guys. And you got to be cognizant.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I don't have the answers, except let's stop spamming our grandmas and our kids. 'Cause
Exactly.
It's going to be really bad.
Exactly.
And don't
Bottom
get me
line.
into the data privacy stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Czar, you should have a conversation with Alan and his team on privacy and stuff. I think you'll be really fascinated on their view.
Cool. Excellent.
And
Again.
long live the Queenie.
No, that's if they are able to release even a piece. Oh, yeah, because I can imagine, without having some, have experienced Johnny one-on-one. I'm sure
He wanted nothing to do with me. He was like, "Okay, I need you to answer." He's looking at me like couldn't have been nicer. Couldn't have been, But it's his ball, guy sharp. Look, this guy's out dealing with big lawyers, fighting the lawyers.
Yeah.
And then they sit in front of a judge who was a lawyer.
Yes.
That's just America.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
Yep.
And Latham Watkins. They had Wilkie Favre clean up. They cleaned up the whole SPAC scam. You can't even find information on Calera anymore.
Yes.
Cleanup job.
Exactly.
Right? Littler,
Yes.
top employment firm. Vicious.
Yeah.
So Czar.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn Richards, one of the best.
Yep.
I mean, he wrote the Polar Order.
Yep.
Guy's
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what happened over there. I don't know what Czar's doing, but it's interesting. But Virginia, listen, I get your point. And Virginia and Lorinda Finch, can't say they got women running the show right now. And as long as those two are there, just do a stock buyback. Got gazillions of shares. You got to do. It's like, you were getting down to being a penny stock, Cinch. You are profitable. Buy some shares back. For founders, take some money out of your pockets. Go buy some shares back. They'll be worth twice as much. And can somebody do a roll up with shares? Right? I was talking to the guy from Lincoln, a couple other people. Just start printing shares. These companies that need to be sold. You want to clean up AIT? Start buying up all the guys because they're not going to stop doing it because they got to pay their bills.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So
it's the only way you have margin.
Game. And that's going to be another. Uka, I don't know if you're coming. They call me Uka. I love saying that. Uku, if he comes, hope you don't get to him. Uka, please come.
Oh no, he's scheduled. He's agreed to it.
Yeah, they got to be talking to him. I hear from people. He's just a real deal.
Yeah.
Even that kid Daniel, whatever from Magnet, guy's a real deal.
Yep.
So
No, I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed. Now it's going to be a busy TADSummit Innovators.
They're going to get to him
next week.
We don't know what Czar's going to do this week or today. I hope he releases my podcast with him.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll see. Anyway, wish everyone a great weekend.
Happy St. Pat's to all my Irish brothers. Bye-bye.